The word in English, cover, comes from the Arabic word kafara. Kafara. And they mispronounce the F and make it the V. Just like in the word of, O-V-O-H. I mean O-F. I'll get it right in a minute. O-F, we pronounce it of with a V, right? With a V. Of. We don't say of. We say of. You follow? And so they're saying cover. 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 Kafir. Because in Arabic, to commit the act, it's an action, it's something you do, it's a verb. You're digging the ground, planting seeds and covering them up. That's what they call a farmer. In old Arabic classical language, a farmer is called a kafir because he covers. And in the Quran, Allah makes kafara for you. He covers up your sins because you have repented for them. And the kafara of Allah is the same thing. Allah is doing kufr. But it doesn't mean Allah disbelieves, does it? Duh. It means the word is used here to mean to cover up something. Is that right, Sheikh? Did I get it good? How am I doing? I already know he'll hit me if I get it wrong. He just did a while ago, so be careful. So think about this for a minute. A person isn't really covering something up until they know it's there and they intentionally do it, right? Now, let's look at some of the proofs that we have, and let's get on with our program. First of all, if the person doesn't accept that there's a creation, and I'm trying to tell him about what the verse says about Chital, Yukatilu, I'm wasting my time. I have to go to a logical place to begin. Look to the universe, and let's start with that. Look to the universe. The universe is a series of spheres which are going around in orbits, right? Around other spheres. Is that true or false? And you can't see this without a telescope. Am I right? Everybody with me? Now let's talk about another creation of Allah. The molecules. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Molecules, atoms. You know what we're talking about? Okay? You know what I'm saying? Molecules and atoms. Molecules are round spheres, yes or no? Atoms, they have parts of them. The neutron, the electron, the proton. Is that right? And these are spheres going around other spheres in orbits, yes or no? But you can't see this without a microscope. Is that true or false? So how is it that we are exactly the right size and the right height on this planet right here, that without the optical assistance of a telescope, we do not know what's really happening in the universe? We don't know what it really is. It wasn't until the telescope came that people started to figure it out. Am I right? The same way we didn't know what was the micro-universe until we got the microscope. Is that true? Who put us at exactly the right size that you can't see either one without this help? And if you said, well, I don't get it. Hold on. Carry it one step further and think about this. When you look to the universe, do you see order or do you see chaos? We just described the universe, the micro and the macro. The universe in all situations, the big and the small of it, is orbits of spheres going around other spheres and turning while they do it. Is that true or false? Is that chaos or organization? Take this water glass right here. See the water glass? Walk outside to the cement and drop it on the ground. What will happen? Is there anybody here that doesn't know what's going to happen if I drop that on the ground? It will shatter and splinter into how many pieces? How many pieces? You don't know and I don't know, because you won't know till you drop it, am I right? Will it ever fall down in such a way that when it breaks, it'll separate into 10 little small glasses, and you can serve chai or kahwa out of it? Huh? Will it ever split exactly in half? Never. How many of these will I drop until one of them, when it falls down, is going to make 2 little small glasses? It'll never, ever, ever, ever happen in eternity. Is that true or false? How, when you understand that you can't drop this glass and get anything organized out of it, could you look to the universe and say this came from an exploding rock? Huh? But I'll give you one more, one for the road, as we say. Think about this. If a tornado goes through a junkyard, picks all of the pieces of metal, old tires and everything, pulls it up inside the tornado, whirls around real fast, and then, boom, drops it on the ground. Is it a brand new Lexus? Huh? With a motor running? Huh? And a tank that never runs out of gas? You say, man, are you stupid? What's that? What are you talking about? If you can't believe that, how can you look to the universe and say there's no creator? Think about it. The first proof has to come to, as Sheikh said, your fitra. The first proof has to come inside of you. I can stand here and talk all day long. You're not going to hear me because you'll be going, I don't get it. I don't get it. Duh. Start at the beginning and be sure they understand, is there a creator? And if they say no, bring the subject up and begin with your science. And that's simple science. There must be a creator if there's a creation. That's why they don't want to say there's a creation. And today, Dr. Fatima Jackson, the anthropologist in Maryland at the college there, was on our television show twice in Washington, D.C. And today, she says the scientists have identified, in many cases, the scientists themselves have realized the theory of evolution doesn't work because it only works within a species, never jumps from another species to another species. Therefore, these highfalutin PhDs, by the way, Sheikh, you know what PhD stands for in Texas? Piled higher and deeper. But I don't know what that means. Anyhow, to come back to our subject, she told us, Dr. Fatima Jackson told us, that these anthropologists should be more like apologists for leading people down the wrong way for so many years and misguiding people, misinforming people. One of the things that she mentioned was, have you heard about Neanderthal man? Have you heard about Cro-Magnon man? Etc. All of these different so-called man and how one evolved to the other. She said, today we know they all existed at exactly the same time. Those periods mean that there were more of one than another, but they never evolved into each other. So some of these top scientists today have realized there's a creator, but they're scared to say it. You know what they're using? Go on the internet to google.com and check it out. They call it intelligent design. Intelligent design, ID. It's called ID. Some of the scientists are very angry with them, and they're calling them kafirs. Saying that they're covering something up. They're showing it. This is the truth. There is a God. There really is a real God. So if you already know that, you're on the right course. When a Hindu tells me he believes in God, I go, hey, great. And when a Hindu, like the one who rode with me on the airplane from Mumbai, used to be Bombay, they didn't like the booms, they made it a boom. Anyway, if I knew you were going to laugh that loud, I'd have told that earlier. Anyhow, when we were coming over here to Bangalore, he told me, there's only one God. I said, really? He said, yes. There's no other God with God. There's just God. It can only be that way. He's telling me. Do you want me to argue with him? No, that's what I believe. But what do we believe about the God? And this is why you need the proof. For him, he's going on faith. For me, I got proof because I know how to look at it. Now, I know a lot of you thought we were going to sit around here and talk about the miracles in the Qur'an tonight. That's a job for big scholars, not a little guy like me. What I'll do is tell you what we did. We took these evidences from the Qur'an and we put it in English terms on our websites. IslamTomorrow.com. See, I sneak those commercials right in there again. Hey, I'm from Texas. We don't care. Anyway, when you go there and see the scientific evidence, yes, the Quran has a lot of science in it. But that's not where I'm going to start. I want them to start with their own head so that when they read the Quran, their hearts will be open to this message. Nobody knew 1400 years ago that the human being is formed like a leech-like cut of blood hanging inside of the womb of the mother, clinging to the wall of the uterus. And it's in Arabic called alaqa. An alaq. The human being is created from what? Alaq. And the first words of Qur'an are teaching us about the alaq. The first words that came to the Prophet ﷺ.